Now today's video is not going to be a Polkadot Eco update video, but we're actually going to be talking about a specific token from the Polkadot ecosystem that I've had my eyes on since 2020, and that token is called Centrifuge, which is a live network on Polkadot JS at the moment. If you open up the web wallet on Polkadot JS and you go to the live networks on the top left hand corner, you're going to see Centrifuge right there, but you cannot actually trade this token on the public market, right? So they're actually holding a token sale. Now the only way to actually get this token was if you had a GitHub account and you had subscribed to their GitHub page, you'd get one Centrifuge token. However, if you run a validator, you can generate more, but it's like a small amount, right? I'm not sure if you can still do that right now, to be honest, but they are selling them through the token sale, so they will be conducting a token sale. Now before we'll talk about a token sale, I just want to let you know this isn't financial advice and this is not a sponsored video. I have not been sponsored by Centrifuge, but I have registered for their token sale. Okay, so I am going to be entering into a queue system on the day of the token sale, and just like everyone else, I'm going to have a chance, hopefully, if I have a chance to actually purchase. Of course, you need to fund your wallet before you can do that, and we'll talk about that in a moment when we get to it. But first, let's quickly take a look at the Polkadot Eco prices. So DOT is trading at 38.50, as you can see. On average, has been fluctuating quite a lot between 37 and 41 on various exchanges these last couple of days. I think that when Polkadot Decoded is going to go live, which is going to be on the 19th of May, I have registered for that, by the way. Do register if you haven't already. Just look for the Polkadot Decoded website. If you just Google it, you'll actually find it, and register there for that event to listen into those cool speakers. And next, let's talk about Kusama. Let's see what Kusama is doing here. So Kusama is trading at 415. Again, it went to like 450 earlier today, but now it's pulling back like everything else. The whole market is just extremely volatile, right? So Polkadex. Now this is one that I'm going to talk about because today I've actually got a live stream going on BitBoy Crypto's channel. And one of the topics, he's not actually going to talk about Polkadot as a dedicated topic. He's going to talk about other topics because I've asked him. But if he does talk about Polkadot, he said it's a possibility. And if he does talk about Polkadot, then I am going to mention Polkadex, of course, as one of the dexes that I'm really looking forward to seeing go live, especially with the testnet around the corner at the end of this month, because as you know, you can conduct IDOs, which are initial decentralized exchange offerings, on Polkadex, right? They're going to do that. We've seen that with Polka Starter, and the price has been doing amazingly well, and adoption has been there, right? Everyone's jumping on that bandwagon. So I think it's going to be the same with Polkadex, except Polkadex is more legit in my opinion, right? They're not trying to scam people. They're not deliberately asking you to hold, say, 2,000 PDEX in order to take part in these IDOs. No, it's not going to be the case, right? It's definitely going to be lower amounts. And also the 0% trading fees if you hold some PDEX, right? I think you need to hold some PDEX. That's one of their conditions. But there will be 0% trading fees in that case. So that's very good, right? And yeah, so this is one of the tokens that I'm going to be talking about if I have a chance to talk about the Polkadot ecosystem, because this is what I specialize in, as you know, if you've been following this channel. So yeah, trading at $17.11 on average across all the different exchanges. Not too bad, right? It popped to over 20 last night and it had this massive pullback once again. I'm actually surprised. I really thought it's going to go to 22 or 23 once again to retest that resistance area, but it's not the end of the world, right? We're going to get another shot. Now let's look at PCX to see how Chainx is doing. So Chainx has also had quite a pullback. It was trading around $11 yesterday. Now it's down to $9.64, as you can see here. Let's talk about Katon next, which is another one I like. So Katon, again, massive pullback here. 5.3 million market cap, extremely low market cap, $127. So again, very, very low cap gem here. Ring, let's see how Ring is doing. Ring is down quite a lot as well. Ring is at under 11 cents. Absolutely amazing, right? Let's take a look at C-Ring. How is C-Ring doing? And C-Ring, loading. Wow, C-Ring is actually holding well. I've actually seen C-Ring at this price before the market dump. So it seems like C-Ring has found some sort of strong support around like 1/7 of a cent. So that's amazing to see C-Ring at that, because once SubSwap comes out, you're going to be able to swap C-Ring with Ring on a 100-to-1 ratio. So for every one every one Ring, you're going to be able to get 100 C-Ring. So as you can imagine, people are going to be dumping Ring for C-Ring, and we're going to see, or the other way around, they're going to be swapping Ring for C-Ring, and then they're going to be dumping C-Ring if the price holds, because there's quite a gap in price. So either the ring price is going to go up massively to make up for that, or C ring is going to dump, right? This is the reality. I'm basically, we're facing the facts here. This is what's going to happen, in my opinion, just because it's quite obvious. If you had that opportunity to make a quick buck, I mean, how would you not do that, right? Of course you're going to do that. So yes, with SubSwap and Darwinian Network are going to launch it, and we're going to be able to do that. What else do we want to look at? Let's look at Fala Network as well. I haven't actually checked this in quite some time. 83 cents, so not doing too bad. Again, it is one of these which is on Binance. FIS from Staffy. Let's take a look at that as well. 240, so quite the pullback from Staffy. It was trading at over $4, so pretty much a 50% pullback here if you think about it from not too long ago. It was trading at, I think, even 4.8 or even 5, might have reached 5 not too long ago. So yeah, definitely a 50% drop here, which is quite significant if you think about it compared to other tokens, right? It just shows you when you're on Binance, you're susceptible to a lot more volatility. So yeah, next let's talk about Centrifuge. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Again, I haven't done a dedicated review on this. Unfortunately, it's on my to-do list. I'm actually going to do that, but just to quickly summarize it, it's for unlocking liquidity for real world assets. It's a DeFi protocol here. But what's interesting about this, as you can see here in this diagram, is that Centrifuge is going to be bridging assets like invoices, real estate, and royalties to DeFi. Okay, borrowers can finance their real world assets without banks or other intermediaries. So again, they are going to have some competitors, I think, right? But on the Polkadot ecosystem, I think they're the only ones doing that, right? Not even Akala, right? Akala is super hyped up when it comes to the DeFi ecosystem. Not even Akala are going to do this. So I don't know how Centrifuge are going to manage this. I would love to hear more about how they're actually going to manage this. Maybe an interview on my channel. I think that would be awesome. But first, of course, I'm going to need to do more research on Centrifuge. But for now, this is amazing. And I know people in my community like Centrifuge, like some of the older folks in my community, people that have been in the community since 2018. I know that they really like Centrifuge, especially from back in 2020 when they first heard about it. There are a few other content creators that like Centrifuge and are supporting it. So yeah, definitely. I mean, considering what they're trying to do, that they've got a live network already on the Polkadot ecosystem. Gavin Wood is supporting them as well. So yeah, it's awesome, right? And yeah, I'm going to talk more about Centrifuge when I do that dedicated review. But for now, if you haven't already signed up, you need to go to coinlist.co. Okay, you need to sign up here. Now, there is no referral link or anything like that, or I don't have anything to offer you other than just to recommend you if you do want to get in. Again, not financial advice. If you do want to get in and take part in this token sale, $100 is the minimum contribution, $500 is the maximum for Centrifuge here. It's going to open up on the 26th of May, as you can see here, 5 p.m. UTC. For option 1, and for option 2 at 23, which is 11 p.m. UTC. And yeah, basically here they're just reiterating what Centrifuge is about. The untapped multi-trillion-dollar market of real-world assets is now entering decentralized finance through Centrifuge, the first protocol to connect DeFi to the real world. Businesses are using Centrifuge today to access the liquidity that DeFi offers, while investors finance assets for an attractive, stable yield. So Centrifuge has entered into this new category of total value locked growth, real-world assets. This is just basically covering the same thing that we've already spoken about here by converting real-world assets into NFTs on the Centrifuge chain. And again, they do have a chain, right? Because they are actually on a live network. They've got their own live network on Substrate, just like Chainx have, right? Chainx are not connected to a parachain, but they've got a live network. So it's exactly the same for Centrifuge. You can run a validator on there. It has the highest TVL in the Polkadot ecosystem and will be among the first to launch a parachain on Polkadot. And again, I think that with Centrifuge, it's like one of those hidden gems which many people don't realize, don't know what it's about because they don't see it trading. They saw it in the live network, right? When you see the list, the drop down on Polkadot JS, I'm sure you probably saw it, right? When you were going through that list, but you weren't able to trade it, right? So everyone was waiting for it. And now you're finally going to get that chance. So that's the way I see it. And that's why I'm going to take that chance. And again, it's not a large amount of money, to be honest, to risk. So yeah, these are the conditions. The Centrifuge token is called the CFG token. Registration opens on May 6th. Okay, I've already taken part, but the deadline is not till the 21st of May. So you still got plenty of time, 11 days left before it closes. Then option 1, we've got 2 options. I went for option 1, right? Sale begins at this time. And then for option 2, it begins at this time. So it ends on the 31st of May. But of course, if it's going to fill up quicker, then it's going to end quicker. But option 1 is 55 cents per token. and the tokens unlock on the 14th of July 2021. Whereas with option 2, it's 38 cents per token, but the tokens release linearly over 2 years starting from the 14th of July. So the reason why I went for option 1, I'd rather pay a bit more but have everything unlocked on the 14th of July, because if they're going to be trading, then I want to be able to have those tokens available to sell for a massive profit, right? Why not? Like, if I can get my initial investment back, it's not a lot of money, right? I'm going to go with the max 500. But if I can get my investment back, why shouldn't I get it, right? Or 2x my investment and then let the rest ride. So yeah, just to talk about the supply here. So the total supply of CFG is 425 million, and then 34 million is being sold at the public sale. So out of which 17 million will be unlocked in July. The rest, the other 17 million, are going to be vested. Okay, so just to make that clear, 425 million total supply. So again, not very low, but not too bad either, right? Anything under 500 million, in my opinion, is quite good. So yeah, minimum purchase 100, maximum 500 for both options. How can you fund them? BTC, Ethereum, USDC, and USDT, but they recommend using USDC or USDT. Again, there are no fees if you do that, and they'll value that because it's the equivalent of the US dollar, right? So if you want to purchase a fixed amount of $500, you just need to send them 500 USDC or USDT, and that's it. Then you can get your max cap of tokens, right? So yeah, again, the sale mechanism here, users registered for the token sale will receive an email with a unique link to enter in the queue prior to the start of the sale. Okay, they will receive an email. All users arriving at the queue before the start of the sale will be placed in a waiting room, and please note that arriving at the waiting room early does not give you a better place in the queue. When the sale starts, users in the waiting room are assigned a random place in line ahead of those who arrive after the sale starts. Users arriving after the sale starts get a first come first served place in line after those in the waiting room. So this is the key here. This is why it's important to be in this early, and you still have plenty of time. For me doing this video, 11 days. So consider yourself fortunate because you're not finding out about this late. Thankfully somebody told me, so I want to thank him. Somebody from my community told me. So yeah, do consider yourself fortunate if you do want to take part in this. Again, just a reminder, not a financial advice. You don't have to do it, but I'm personally going to do it, so I'm just sharing that. And yeah, you just need to register here for one of these options. You need to do KYC. Now, if you're from the United States, you will not be able to take part. As you can see here, look, it even says it, not available for residents and citizens of the United States, China, Canada, Switzerland, South Korea, British Virgin Islands, and certain jurisdictions, unfortunately. But other than that, you can take part. And again, you need to do KYC, and you need to actually submit the documents live. So you can actually upload them as well, but if you struggle to upload them, if you have any kind of problems, they basically give you a QR code. You scan that QR code and then you upload it from there. So you need to upload those documents. And obviously, if you don't have a document, if you're in the United States, they'll know. Let's just say that, right? Obviously, by your IP address, by all that, because you're gonna have to register. So yes, that's it from today's video. I just wanted to quickly share this. Let me know what you think of Centrifuge, and yes, I will be doing a dedicated review. If you have already reviewed it yourself or researched it, let me know. I'm curious to get your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.